Hello to the Mighty Southland Management Team, and I am feeling inspired. I'm feeling inspired right now because of several one-on-one conversations that I've had today. And since I'm not going to talk to everybody, I wanted to just kind of share with everybody just a little bit. I've been challenging managers that I've been talking to today, Dane Omar, Jason, NJ, a couple other people. I've been challenging us to ask ourselves the question, who are we inspiring? Like I asked Jason, who are you inspiring? I say, how are your reps, how are you getting more out of your reps than just any old average manager would be getting? Why are they better because you are the person that are assigned to them? We talked a lot about how we've been, in Jason's case, about PCing people and asking them how much money do you want to earn in a month and breaking down, making a plan and all that. But I challenged Jason to challenge the people about their number. Like if they say they want to make $1,000 a month, I would challenge that. 1,000 a month, you could make a lot more. And the reason is because if you make a plan and the plan is to do like 6 appointments or 7 appointments a week, and they feel like, yeah, I can do that, right? Then it's too small. If someone says their plan and goes, oh yeah, I could do that. That's pretty easy. It's pretty reasonable. Then it's not motivating enough to get people to create any urgency to actually make it happen, right? We got to challenge people to be bigger and better, right? I think that I have, and sometimes I feel myself of doing this. I've allowed myself because we deal with a lot of excuses and people that don't. I don't know. I don't know exactly the word I'm looking for, but I want to say soft, but I'm tired of that word. But I think we've allowed our enthusiasm to lower to the level of their belief, right? Which it's got to be the opposite. Our belief has to be so strong and big that what they can accomplish, that it's got to bring those people up. Like when we do a team talk, whether it's in an interview or in a one-on or in a breakout at a team at a training or whatever it is, they got to feel that, hey, there's something different about working with this person. There's something different about working with this company, with this team, right? This is going to bring out the best in me. And I've been watching this Peloton commercial. I probably watched this Peloton commercial called Motivation That Moves You or something like that. I probably watched it like 10 times in the last 24 hours. And I watch this and I think, why is this such an effective commercial? It's because it challenges people. Because the lady gets up there, she says, yes, this is tough, but you are tougher, right? I love that. And you know what? People need to hear that. People want to do something bigger than just be average and be mediocre. And if people set mediocre goals, I think it's okay to say, hey, you know what? Let's make a plan for that. But I also want to make a plan. You think you can make $2,000 in a month? I think you can make $5,000 in a month, right? I think you can at least double or more than that. That's the belief that I have in you. And we want to be challenging people to be able to do these things, right? So there's big part one. Part two is about conference attendance, right? It's tomorrow. We've got people that are telling us, no, we can't, they're not going to go because they got to work or because something came up or whatever, or they're not really motivated by the job, whatever. Whatever the reason is, I think we've got to pull out all the stops and try. I spent so many hundreds of hours working my butt off to get people to meetings is how I got good at it. And I know that there's reps that we like, if they come, great. If they don't come, I'm not really gonna be so beat up about it. But see, I look at that as that's a chance for me to practice getting good at answering objections and getting people to meetings. I need to practice that. How else am I going to get good at it? Unless I practice it on every single person. It's like nothing can stand in my way to the point of paying people to come, right? I've done that. Hey, give you $50 if you come to the meeting, right? It's worth me investing $50 in you, easy, right? People are like, wow, you'd be really willing to do that? They don't understand. And here's the ultimate close, right? Because if people don't go, you know that the chances of them ever selling anything ever again is slim to none, right? It's tiny, right? Occasionally there's an exception, but I push people. I'd rather have 10 people that I push really hard. 2 of them I get there, and those 2 go on to sell a bunch, as opposed to let 10 people not go and then none of them sell anything. That's usually what happens. So here's what I say. I'd say, hey, listen, Johnny, if I didn't give a shit about you, and you said, I'm not going to go because I got this thing going on, whatever their objection is, I would probably say, okay, so, we'll talk to you on Thursday. But here's the problem. I do give a shit about you. Right? I care a lot more about you, and I know that this has value, intrinsic value, that you can't see for yourself just yet. You just don't know that it's there. So I don't want to just say, okay, hey, no problem. I'm going to work my butt off to find solutions to help you be able to come to the event, and then work with them on whatever solutions. And I even go so far to say this: hey, if I were if you were at a party and you had a friend that had too much to drink, right, and they wanted to drive home, and you didn't let them, you took their keys from them, you run a risk of that friend getting mad at you, right? They might take a swing at you. In fact, they may get so mad and literally never forgive you ever, never talk to you again for the rest of your life. You still know you did the right thing, right? You still know, not letting them get in their car and driving home, you did the best thing for them, even though you ran the risk of conflict in your personal relationship. Well, Johnny, the reason I'm willing to risk this conversation, this tension that we have, because I'm trying to get you to do something that you said you're not going to do, or you can't, or whatever, you have a reason going. I'm willing to risk that relationship. I'm willing to risk the conflict that this creates, because I know in the long run what's better for you. And if you get mad and you tell me, that's it, I quit, I'm never going to talk to you again for the rest of your life, I still know that I did the right thing in giving everything in my power to help you. Everything in my power is not, I like that. Everything I possibly could to get you to be able to make it. If I got to call your boss, if I got to talk to your parents, whatever. Okay. Got to think about that. And if someone's got, I don't like the job because I don't like making calls. I gave this to Dan Omar today. I say, someone says they don't like making calls, answer that objection. What if we had a job for you where you didn't have to, where you could be very positive on the team, contribute a lot, but you didn't have to make calls at all? No calls whatsoever, zero. And they'll be like, what, huh? See, because we need field trainers. We need full-time field trainers. Like we could set you up where you did nothing but watch other reps do demos. 100%, that's all you did, okay? Maybe mostly first weekends, but that would be 100% of your job, and you'd be contributing to the team. Something like that interest you? Oh, it does? Okay, cool. Come to but you can't get those opportunities if you're not committed to the team, right? You got to be committed to the team first, then those kinds of opportunities open up. And there's a half a dozen jobs that people do in Vector that they don't actually call anybody, okay? Or they'll only call people who said that they want to be called, for example. So we got that happening. Just come to the meeting, and I'll introduce you to Jay Brad. I'll tell him you want to be a field trainer, and he'll tell you what you need to do to be a field trainer. But you got to come to the meeting first, right? That's the starting point. So Dan Omar will bring this guy up to me. He'll say, hey, this is Steven. He's interested in me a field trainer. I'll say, hey, great, awesome. We need field trainers probably more than we need reps right now. How many appointments have you got done so far? You've done 7? Okay, cool. Well, I just want to make sure that a field trainer, kind of really understands the flow of the demo and understands how to share the technology and all those type of things. So let's get to 20. Let's get to 20 appointments, and we'll turn you on to field training. How's that sound, right? And then that guy, but the key is now he's at the meeting, right? And he gets to get the feel for everything else that's going on. But no holds barred, everything within the power. That's what we got to do it. I can't tell you how many, probably thousands of dollars I have spent just to pay people to come to meetings, right? I'm not saying that you do that to every single person, but certainly for the right people, if I want them there bad enough, I'm going to win that conversation. I'm going to win that negotiation, period. And that's the attitude that I have in getting those things. Do we lose a lot of times? Sure, we lose. People come, they give them money, and they never show up to anything again. It doesn't take but 1 or 2 to catch on and do something big. There's 9 minutes. There's 9 minutes of me talking to you. See ya.